My name is Anil Sethi. I'm entrepreneur in residence at ETH Zurich. My role is threefold. One is to teach young people who may have technology excellence in order to convert that to market relevance by becoming entrepreneurs. That's role one. Second is to help people who are thinking about whether their technologies may have market need, whether they are postdocs or professors, to have a conversation with them about being a bridge. And the third is to help people to recognize the market need for what they're working on. So I've been here for 5 years at ETH Zurich, and I've been teaching my course on entrepreneurship for 5 years. And we've had 20 startups coming out of my course. So it's an incredible privilege to be part of what I say, building the future. Well, my focus really is entrepreneurship because I came to Switzerland about 20 years back. I started my first company, which was an ETH spin-off 16 years back. And I raised a lot of money, slightly over 100 million, including from the Tata Group, which my friends in India would know very well. And then I took a step back and I've started a few more companies since then. And now I work with ETH. Again, it's an invited position, so I'm not employed, but it's an opportunity to work with the smartest people on the planet. My favorite place at ETH is the Dozenten Foyer, which is the top of the ETH building, the main building. And I often look at, when I'm standing there, I realize that I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. People like Einstein, after all, taught at ETH over 100 years back. And the reason it's my favorite is twofold. One is because you can see the mountains. I believe it has probably the best view in Zurich. And the second is you have the opportunity of looking into the future. Well, I moved to Switzerland. I moved out of India in 1998. I went to London for a couple of years. And then I came to Switzerland with my first job with a startup in 2000 and promptly fell in love with the country. So I moved to Switzerland because I could not believe how beautiful it is. I continue to stay in Switzerland because I see it as a place where my two kids may have the best opportunity to create their own future because it's safe, it's multilingual, and it provides freedom of opportunity to everyone who wants to create something special for themselves and for society in general. Something that I look at which defines my own role would be the bridge that you see between the main city of Zurich and ETH. That's the bridge. And the reason I see that is because I see myself as the bridge between the technology excellence that ETH has created for the last 150 years and the market need that I can help these technology people to take it to. Switzerland is small. The Indian community is quite small here as well, unlike the Indian communities in other countries like Canada, the US, or the UK. But it's like being in a small town in India. You have few friends, but the relationships are stronger. And a few things that remind me of India include the Diwali festival, which is celebrated here by the Indian community, and also a lot of local people join in the festivities. You also have several other festivals which are celebrated here by the community in general, as well as by the specific people, Punjabis, Maharashtrians, and so on. So there's a very vibrant community. It's small, but the percentage of people who take part in it are many more. And the difference is it's not transactional as one finds in bigger cities. It's more institutional and relationship driven. For students who want to evaluate Switzerland, a couple of things are quite important to keep in mind. It's difficult to come to Switzerland, but once you're here, Switzerland does offer many more opportunities which may not be available to other countries like the US. One is that the state normally supports you when you're here in finding a job, in reskilling in case you have a gap between your education and being able to find work. They also support you very actively with networks, with training programs, and with funding in case you want to become an entrepreneur. The kind of facilities available here are far stronger than in most countries, and the reason is simple. It's because, unlike in other countries, Switzerland focuses on investing in education, and so you don't really need to pay in order to get highly qualified. And once you are qualified, they see you as an asset. So they want to help you to transition what you learned in order to create a stronger ecosystem in Switzerland for the future.